district co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
Local people. Local news and events. Local sports. Local matters. For all things Lloydminster and area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
Hey, welcome inside the new Lloydminster Nissan, now located on Highway 17 South in our brand new beautiful building and a beautiful lot that is full of awesome vehicles. And right now, you can get into a brand new car, truck, or SUV for just $59 a month. And I'll tell you, you got a lot of selection when you come into the new Lloydminster Nissan. The lot, the inventory is jam-packed, and we'll play a fun summer game with you for some extra prizes. You can play the Bean Bag Bonanza for your chance to win gas cards and all kinds of fun stuff. Brittney Bouchard and Brittney Falcon Bouchard is joining us today, and Tigra-Lee Campbell joins us this morning as well. We're going to be discussing a couple things. We're going to be discussing a new cookbook being issued and how you can get your recipe into that cookbook and how that will benefit Lloydminster and area for a great cause. And they have a food fund fundraiser for Vermilion, for Lloydminster and Vermilion for equity as well. Plus, the Terry Fox Run is coming up on September the 15th, and we'll have Heather Klages and Jimmy McArdle joining us as well in just a bit to talk about the Terry Fox Run, September 15th. It's not just a name, it is Superior Water. Superior Water has 2 locations in Lloydminster, and they're open on Sundays to make filling your big blue jugs a whole lot quicker and a whole lot easier. And if you want great tasting water to come right from your own tap, you can call Superior Water and ask about their under-the-sink reverse osmosis systems. 780-875-6636 to drink Superior Water because it's superior water. Superior Water open on 57th Avenue, Monday to Friday, 8 to 6, Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to 5, and they have a coin-operated location right by 7-Eleven, just off Highway 17 South. Kagan continues to run across Saskatchewan for 7 more days. He's down to 7 days. He had some real trouble day before yesterday with some shin splints, and that's been causing him some problems throughout this run. So he took the day to just get caught up on some work, and he was smart enough to give himself that time to be able to do that. So 7 more days on his more than 1,200-kilometer run to raise funds for a new men's shelter in Lloydminster. You can contribute to the Running for Shelter campaign by visiting lloydminstershelter.com. And Kagan is close to $38,000. And again, he's on the other side of Saskatoon now, running for another week. Now, speaking of homelessness in our city, I know there's been quite a discussion both online and around the coffee table. And we had Mayor Albers on our show 2 weeks ago, and we asked him, what is the municipality's responsibility when it comes to unhoused in our community?
The municipality has very little in the process other than, we're responsible to ensure there's policing services provided in our community. When it comes to human services and social services, those are provincial, followed by federal responsibility. The addictions and mental health and addictions, treatment for drugs, mental health and addictions fall under the provincial governments, respectively, followed by support from the federal government.
The St. Walburg Blueberry Festival is one of the most anticipated events in the region. It takes place this Friday and Saturday. Beef supper and dance on Friday night. The beef supper is $25. It is a free dance. And of course, Saturday, there's a pancake breakfast at 8 a.m. followed by the festival with live music, kids games, a car show. There's lots of demonstrations and, of course, blueberries. Lots of wild blueberries while supplies last. Chase the Aces at 58 $1,000, and you can purchase a ticket by stopping in at the Lloydminster exhibition or going to lloydx.com. Each Wednesday night at 7:30, a card is pulled from the deck, and that deck is down to 33 cards. So purchase tickets right up until 7 p.m. the night of the draw, and tickets start at just $10 each. Lloydminster Area Brain Injury Society hosting their 5th annual Bones Tournament in Kidscotty this Saturday. They could use a few more teams. If you are so inclined, you can register your team for just $125 by calling Labus at 306-825-7212. You can also email labus@sastel.net. And sticking with Kidscotty, the Kidscotty Golf Club, they're hosting a junior golf camp on August 26th, 27th, and 28th. Remember, this is the one that was supposed to take place in July. It's for kids age 10 and up. There's room for 30 kids. Registration is just $60 with the shotgun start. It's a long game, chipping, pulling, all included in the lesson lineup. To register, get more information, you can call 780-214-2354. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to find out more about this cookbook that you may be seeing online and how you can get your recipe, and your recipe can go towards a good cause with this cookbook. That's coming up next.
More than just taxes at L&A CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at L&A CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. L&A CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster. How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years.
BioClean Disaster Services is committed, certified, reliable, and they'll help you get your life back. Fire, flood, any kind of wind disaster, mold, BioClean Disaster Services will help you take care of your property and your belongings, of course, but more importantly, take care of your family and get you back to where you were before the disaster. BioClean Disaster Services is not only Lloydminster's largest restoration company, they're also Lloydminster's local restoration company. 1-833-246-8326. Well, pleased to be joined by members of Lloydminster and Vermilion for Equity. We have joining us Tigra-Lee Campbell and Brittney Bouchard, who are here to talk about a couple of things, but we're going to start off by just finding out a little bit about familiarizing you, if you're not familiar with Lloydminster Vermilion for Equity, what exactly it is. So who wants to start and tell us what it is?
All right. So yes, Lloydminster Vermilion for Equity. We're also known as Street Team. We help with the unhoused by offering mutual aid, outreach, and harm reduction support. So we operate twice a week in the community, once on Sunday at Residents in Recovery between 1 and 3, and we offer a hot meal, bag lunches, showers, harm reduction clothing, hygiene products, and also connection to service. Thursdays, we're out in the community mobily, so we do offer similar things as Sunday, except for clothing and shower, obviously, and we drive around the downtown core. We also drive around to other areas that we know need food support or harm reduction support. And then we also provide food support as well as connection to service. So whether that's detox, treatment, income support, transportation to appointments, and things like that.
Any government funded, or are you all based on what you can fundraise?
It's both right now. So we do have some funding thanks to Synovus. They have funded us for 3 years. We also have some funding through the Alberta government, but we do rely heavily on community support and community donation.
And that's where this cookbook comes in. So tell us about the idea behind creating a community cookbook.
Yeah, it's a community cookbook because we want to get as many people from the community to contribute to it. So we actually just had some recipes from Mayor Albert's wife, Christine, and we want as many people as possible from the politicians to leaders in the community to be involved as well. So we're also showcasing some favorite meals that we've served over the last few years in Street Team. And the idea is to get as many recipes compiled, and then we'll put it into a book and then sell it, and the funds will go back into our efforts.
So how do you go about getting your recipe in the book like Christine Albers?
So they can email me at Brittney@lvefoundation.com, or they can find us on Facebook at Lloydminster Vermilion for Equity Foundation.
Is there a cost to do that? Like, do you raise funds with, hey, if you want to get your recipe in, here's the cost, or?
No, everyone can contribute. The cost will just come if you want to purchase.
What if I have a recipe for potatoes? You already have a recipe for potatoes.
We could maybe have a cook-off, a little challenge at the end.
Okay. What's the deadline to get your recipes in? How soon are you planning on having them in? How would you like to get those in?
So I'm saying August 26th, but that's kind of loosely based. I haven't started compiling anything yet. So August 26th would be nice, but a little later is fine.
How have the recipes been? Have you tried any of them?
I haven't tried any of them yet, but we've gotten a whole variety. So far, I haven't noticed any overlapping ones yet, but yeah.
So we're a little bit of ahead, but when do you have a timeline for putting the cookbook out? Like, would it be kind of before Christmas, hopefully?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying, before Christmas, hopefully. Probably within, I'm hoping a couple months after the deadline. So yeah, it'd make a great Christmas gift. So yeah.
Fantastic. Anything else on the cookbook?
I think that's it.
Okay. And I want to talk to you about, because you had messaged me, Tigra, and you said you're doing a food fundraiser. Now that's not really new, of course, but there is something new to this, isn't there? There's a new kind of aspect to it. You're looking for freezer food too.
Yes. So part of what we do is help with food security. So folks that are, in between paydays or in between hamper days, we help to fill in those gaps so nobody is going without. And over the last 2 weeks, we've gotten probably around 14 plus requests here and in Vermilion for food support. We just recently got donated a freezer. It's huge, from the Olive Tree. So we have the capacity to take on more freezer foods as well as pantry items. So drop off can be to residents in recovery. I'm there typically 9 to 4 every day. If I'm not there, Desiree, who's at the front desk, can accept those donations on our behalf. But that just really helps us to support the community further for those that are in need of food support.
Okay. And is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
Anything and everything. We won't be picky, and we're just grateful for anything that we can get.
And that's used to support residents, or used mostly for the bar, like for the meat? I'm thinking for the bar, for your 1 o'clock.
Yeah, so it's for
Sunday.
for our meals on Street Team for Sundays and Thursdays, and also to incorporate into any hamper requests that we might get.
Anything else you're looking for? Volunteers or anything like that?
We're always looking for volunteers. We have a volunteer registration form on our website, so lvefoundation.com. If you go to requests, I think, or forms, you can fill out a form there. And we're always looking for donations of hygiene products and socks and underwear.
Anything else I'm forgetting to ask?
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Well, I know you have Fall Fest coming up, but you're going to come back and talk to us
Yeah,
about
for
Fall
sure.
Fest, because that's a whole big different show. There's a lot of stuff to unwrap when it comes to Fall Fest.
Yeah.
So we look forward to that. Thank you both. Really appreciate it. Brittney Falcon Bouchard, Tigra-Lee Campbell, and we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the Terry Fox Run coming up on September the 15th.
At Jason Arden Associates Cooperators, we're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to give back to the communities that we live in. Thanks to the support of our clients in Lloydminster and area, in 2023, Jason Arden Associates has donated $40,000 to local nonprofits, charities, students, athletes, and other special events. How does your insurance company support our community?
At CK McKean Roofing, they understand what it took to put that roof over your head for your family. With over 20 years of experience under their belt, they strive to show you that with their workmanship and their integrity. Not all roofing companies are created equal, and that's why CK McKean Roofing encourages you to focus on your most important investments, your home and your family. CK McKean Roofing. Roofers do it on top.
At Diamond 7 Meats, we work with local farm families to provide a high-quality product and a great selection for you. Try our mouth-watering smokies, pulled pork, roast beef, and more, made pure and natural with no additives or fillers. We offer custom processing, and our experienced team works for you to provide a selection of sausage, burgers, and jerkies made to your specifications. Take your grilling to the next level with a Yoder smoker. Complete the grilling experience with a Canadian-made, award-winning line of House of Q barbecue sauces. We're locally owned and operated, and we look forward to seeing you today.
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
Welcome back. Wellings of Lloydminster is now offering 1 or 2 bedroom gorgeous villas for those 55 and over. If you haven't taken a tour yet, we ask you to just give Darlene a call and go through either their 1 or 2 bedroom villas. They are tax and maintenance free, and they're perfect for those that are looking for more freedom. Freedom to travel this winter and not have to worry about what's happening with the big house. But remember, you're still living an independent life. So if you want to have a pet, you can have a pet. Also, 2 bedroom villas also may come with a garage, and a garage that's deep enough to park your vehicle in, plus be able to have a workbench in there as well. High ceilings, beautiful backsplashes. You have to see it for yourself. They're absolutely gorgeous. Some come with a high ceiling, some come with a low ceiling, but the best thing to do is call Darlene. See it for yourself, 780-872-8537. If you have any questions, believe me, Darlene is the person that you want to talk to. Well, pleased to be joined here at the new Lloydminster Nissan by Jimmy McArdle and Heather Klages with the Terry Fox Run that is coming up on September the 15th here in Lloydminster. Thank you both. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Back at Bud Miller Park?
Back at Bud Miller Park once again this year. We're very excited to have the same location, and it's a great location because they have paths that are paved. There's some that are gravel, so if people want to run through the trees, there's that option. If they want to stay on the pavement trail and do their walk or their run that way, they're welcome to do it. So we're so fortunate to have such a great location.
Fantastic. Is it just me, or does the Terry Fox Run seem to be gaining more and more steam in our community?
I feel like it definitely has gained more momentum, and part of that, I believe, was the visit that we got from Fred Fox. I think that was a couple years ago now. But his visit definitely made an impact because he was able to reach so many students. He visited so many schools, and then in turn, those students take those stories home and share them with their family. So I think that's part of the reason why it's grown. But I also think another part is because of a few teams that are very dedicated, and also some individuals that are very dedicated, like the Lloydminster Fire Department. They have really taken up the Terry Fox Run as something that is very important to them. So it's great to have their support, and they just continue to be a big part of the event. And individuals like Louis DeCock, who fundraises a huge amount each year, and it's very important to him as well. So it's a combination of those things, I believe.
I also think you're missing a couple more things, and that would be the passion of the two people sitting beside me here for the Terry Fox Run. Jimmy, you've been out more so this year, I think, than I've ever seen anybody representing the Terry Fox. You've been everywhere. What's the feedback you've been getting like?
I've got a variety of feedback on that. There are still some people that are skeptical about where the fundraising goes, and which is why this year we're pushing a lot of research. Here's where your money's gone, and the research is starting to pay dividends, and has been for a number of years, and just like some of the things they're telling us, they're saying 94% of children that are diagnosed with childhood cancers are expected to be alive 5 years after diagnosis, and some of the targeted therapies now are showing 50 to 90% recovery rates on it. But we had to get these numbers out because people are asking us, like, well, it's 44 years this year since Terry ran, and they're saying, but hasn't cancer been cured? And looking into it, I see, oh, they've discovered over 200 types of cancer on that. And that's a lot of cancers out there. And some of them are really easy to work on now with the new therapies that they've come up with. Other ones are very aggressive, as we know, and that through your friends. And
that's not a word I like to hear, aggressive.
And this summer, I found out my cousin in the Maritimes went into the hospital thinking she had pneumonia in April. She passed away of lung cancer in July, middle of July. And that's only, 2.5, 3 months? And that she had. And it's those type of cancers that we look at trying to go and get the research, get the money to do the research. And as I've sent out to a number of the local media, we've had the opportunity to interview some of the researchers from the U of S and the U of Manitoba that are doing the cancer research in that. So we've got to be passionate about this because it is taking people, it's coming up on people out of the blue. And this year, like I said, I know 3-4 people that have passed away. And most of these people didn't even know they had this on there. So it's the diagnostic work and then the therapies are really, really important.
As far as the Terry Fox Run itself at Bud Miller Park, how far is that run? How long do you have to go? And do you have to run?
Are you asking for yourself on that one? Or
I'm asking for my niece who last year who came with me, and it was a hot day.
And
kept saying, how much further is this?
Well, she did a fantastic job. So we like to give people options. So we will have different maps there, and we'll say, this is a 1 kilometer route. If you just want to do 1 kilometer, this is 2.5. So you could do 2.5, or maybe do that twice and do 5. And then we do a longer route throughout the park so that people can do a full 5K. And you don't have to run, you can walk. And I think we had a few people last year who were on bikes, so that's welcome as well. And I see that a few kids will bring their bikes while mom and dad run. So we encourage that too.
She has an electric scooter now, so I'd expect her to bring that.
It'll be done quick.
I had a gentleman this summer come up to me and said, I remember doing this in elementary school. And I said, and for every lap I did, they stamped my hand. So I said to him, I said, well, come out this year, join us, and if you want me to, I'll bring a stamp and I'll stamp your hand every time you do a lap. He says, I don't know if I can handle even 1 lap on there, but we don't really count the laps.
Yeah,
The series people do.
It's more about the fundraising.
Yes, and there are certain people who do it every single year, and they come out and they walk around the pond at Bud Miller Park, and they've done their Terry Fox Run, and we certainly appreciate that.
How do you get signed up?
You can register online through the Terry Fox Foundation website. You can just search the Lloydminster Run and it's there. Or if you'd like to get a pledge form, like a paper copy of the pledge form, Jim and I do have those available, and we have a local Facebook page for the Terry Fox Lloydminster Run. So you can reach out to us through that and we can get you one of those.
Okay, awesome. Now, Jim's got some, I believe those are wristbands there.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys are wearing the new shirts? Are these the
Yes.
new
These are the new shirts for this year. No matter what is the slogan this year.
Okay.
No matter the obstacles, no matter the weather, no matter the road,
can see the
and that,
says
Terry
on the
was
back,
out
yeah.
there, and that every day for, 143 days or something like that? Over 3,000 miles, and that he ran every day on that, and so that is the theme that we're working on there. The wristbands, last 3 years, they've been coming up with different colored wristbands with a different slogan on them. So when you come out to the run, we've got a bunch of wristbands that you can go and add to your wristband collection. On that, they've been really popular with the kids coming by there.
Yep.
But it's not just the kids, and that adults have been really, really pushing on there, and we're trying some new initiatives this year.
Well, tell us about those.
And that, the big one for me is, I just found out about it last year. It is basically the same version of our shirt, but red is the basic background. This is one from
Last year.
year. And that person with one of these is recognized as a cancer survivor or somebody undergoing treatment, and that joining Terry's team and become a Terry's team member. And I see it in other runs across the country, a lot of red shirts showing up and helping out. And they even come in children's sizes because children, unfortunately come down with cancer and that. But they're coming out in various places and that. We would like to see some red shirts in Lloydminster and that. But in order to get this, we don't carry them at the run. You've got to go and contact the foundation. When you go to register online, there's one little line that most people are missing. And I say that because of, I know a number of cancer survivors in town here and that, and they weren't aware of this. It says, are you a cancer survivor undergoing treatment? Check the box, yes. And on the first week of September, they're going to start sending out these shirts from the foundation office in Regina to the people that are Terry's team members. The only thing they ask in return is that you kind of be a spokesperson in a way, come out and tell us your story and tell us why how you're doing on that, because they are a sign of hope. People that have gone through the cancer journey or are still running along with the cancer journey, and that they show us hope that all this research money is doing some good.
How do you get one of these shirts?
We have some actually.
Yes, I've got them in various sizes.
You can contact us. They are also available online. So you can reach out to us through the Facebook page, or we will have some available the morning of the run. So you could get one there. It's just, we only have so many sizes, so.
Well, I noticed that Jim's wearing the long sleeve and you're wearing the short sleeve.
I believe
You have
the
both?
long sleeve you have to order online through
Oh,
the
okay.
foundation.
Yeah.
We only have the t-shirts.
Okay. How much are they?
They are 25
Okay.
for the short sleeve shirts on there. But I got a better deal than that. I've got some vintage t-shirts from about the last 5 years or so. $10 a shirt, but very limited sizes on that. Although I did find a very popular one. I've sold 7 of these vintage shirts and that with different, each year there's a different logo and stuff on there. I found a very popular one, the double extra large, is turning out to be a nightgown for some people. And it is so large and bulky, people are going, you know, I like it nice and loose so I can go sleep at night with it,
Yeah.
especially on these hot summer nights.
Probably be tight on me, but that's okay.
We've got some, actually, I don't think I've got in stock the triple extra large, but I got the doubles.
I know they're out there.
Yeah.
That's for sure. What else do you want people to know about the Terry Fox Run that's coming up September the 15th? I know the schools do a lot of this as well.
Yeah, the schools do a great job of spreading the story of Terry Fox and getting involved, so that's definitely appreciated. We just want people to know that there's no minimum amount that you need to raise to take part. So if it's $1, you are welcome to join us that morning. You know, there's no minimum amount you need to raise. Just register online if you can, just so that we know kind of how much water to have on hand and how many snacks and things like that. But yeah, you're just welcome to come out and join us. And speaking of water and snacks, if anybody is interested in donating some items for our runners to snack on or to, you know, refresh after their run or their walk, then they can reach out to us. And also this year we have launched Team 44 because it's the 44th year. So it's kind of a challenge to businesses to donate $44. And that's one way that they can get involved.
Okay.
Like maybe they have some staff members who just don't have time to come out and take part in the run. Well, this is one way they could have a team at work and then make that donation online under Team 44.
Okay.
Talking about donations, and that we had a really, I thought it was a really important one. Wise Marketing, our morning news people in town here, they went and donated our 6-foot-tall Terry, and that so that he'll be there for you to stand beside and get pictures. Canada Day, I had piles of people coming up there, even in the rain, standing there to get their picture beside Terry and that. I've seen it this online in Ontario. Seem to have a lot of the runs had this, and he's become very popular in that. But you know, it was like I want to say is thank you to Wise Marketing because they printed it up and mounted it on Coroplast and gave it to us. Said no, we don't want anything in return, and it's great sponsors like that help us out with the run and make it something a little bit more fun.
Anything else? Are we forgetting anything else?
You can still, actually, when you come out there, this year's you can write your name on this, stick it on your shirt, and that you're running, it says Terry ran for me, I'm running for. And you fill in.
That's a big part of this.
Mm-hmm.
And that, the dedication, the dedication and that, like, it was kind of strange. We have this really nice big poster that we hung up a number of years ago, and everybody stood in front of it and took pictures, selfies, and posted it. I didn't realize it's supposed to be a dedication poster that people are supposed to sign, and that everywhere else in the country, everybody signs it. We use it as a backdrop and have
We do
piles.
things different.
Yeah, we do things different here. Yeah, in Lloyd and that, but we're trying to keep it alive. I had somebody on the weekend just come up to me when I was out at the farmer's market. He said, "The run's still going?" I didn't realize the run is still going here in Lloyd. And I said, "We've only had 2 years in which we didn't have a run, and that's because we couldn't get an organizer. But yes, the run is still going, and it's at Bud Miller Park, and you're welcome to join. And then they told me their story of a family member who's just going in for surgery this week for cancer, catching cancer late in life and that. So
How's the sign-up been so far?
I looked last night, we're at 10% of our goal. And which is pretty good
Just
there.
under a month to go.
Yeah.
And also, we should say thank you to Live with Kurt Price, because each year we always do a draw for everybody who shows up. Everybody who comes out, they get to enter their name in for a chance to win a prize. And we want to say thanks to Live with Kurt Price for making a donation to that this year. We appreciate it.
No problem. That's, of course, it's been a rough year. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
So tomorrow on the show, Detachment Commander Brian Nickel is going to join us, and we're going to talk policing in Lloydminster.